Good morning, daytime drama lovers! Is EJ DiMera seriously going to stand there and grin while his resurrected sister Lexie Carver absolutely rips him to shreds? And hold on a second, are the writers actually going to put Chanel Dupree DiMera and Johnny DiMera through a life-or-death pregnancy crisis while Paulina Price's marriage completely implodes? Hey Days fans, welcome back. I've got some massive Salem drama to unpack today, focusing heavily on the May 28th preview photos that just dropped. Before I start ranting, do me a quick favor and smash that subscribe button so you never miss out on our daily gossip sessions. I am looking at these preview photos for May 28th and I am completely stunned. EJ DiMera is visiting Lexie Carver in her hospital room and the tension is practically jumping off the screen. Lexie is out of bed. She is standing on her own 2 feet and she is glaring at her brother with an intensity that could melt steel. And what is EJ doing? He has this arrogant, smug grin plastered across his face. The actor playing EJ, Dan Foy-Regal, is absolutely killing it right now with that signature DiMera smirk, but Nikki Crawford is bringing the heat. Lexie is not backing down. EJ thinks he is the hero of this story because he pulled off a medical miracle, but Lexie is looking at him like he is the ultimate villain. The photos show EJ handing Lexie some kind of binder or folder. What on earth is in that binder? If you ask me, EJ is trying to buy Lexie's loyalty. Maybe it is a packet of DiMera Enterprises shares, or maybe it is the medical documentation of how he brought her back from the dead. EJ is acting like a proud scientist, showing off his prized experiment. He expects Lexie to fall into his arms and thank him for playing God. But Lexie is entirely unimpressed. She looks away from him. She is completely cold. I honestly believe EJ thought this would be a heartwarming DiMera family reunion, but he severely underestimated Lexie Carver. Let's be real for a second. The main reason Lexie's furious is because of what EJ did to Theo Carver. EJ brought Lexie back, but he kept her locked in a pod in a secret basement. Then he actually told Theo about it and forced Theo to keep this massive, earth-shattering secret from Abe Carver. Are you kidding me? Theo is on the autism spectrum. He relies heavily on stability and honesty. EJ manipulated his own nephew and forced him to carry the weight of his mother's resurrection. Lexie is a mother first. When she finds out that EJ used Theo as a pawn in his sick game, she is going to unleash decades of DiMera rage on him. I think we also need to talk about Abe Carver's trauma in all of this. Abe was completely destroyed when Lexie died back in 2012 from that fatal brain tumor caused by the toxic DiMera tunnel gases. Abe spent years mourning the absolute love of his life. Now EJ has flipped Abe's world upside down, completely disregarding the emotional damage this would cause. Lexie knows that Abe has moved on with Paulina Price. Lexie knows that her return is going to detonate her family's current reality. EJ doesn't care about the collateral damage. He only cares about proving he is smarter than Stefano DiMera ever was. I am firmly taking Lexie's side here. EJ deserves to be ruthlessly dragged for playing with people's lives. EJ is literally acting like Stefano DiMera, reborn. Stefano used to pull these exact same stunts, keeping people in secret rooms, wiping their memories, and manipulating the chessboard. But EJ lacks Stefano's charm. EJ is just arrogant. Lexie was always the one DiMera who tried to walk the straight and narrow. She is a legacy character with a strong moral compass, and she is not going to let EJ get away with this. Speaking of Paulina Price, her entire world is collapsing, and the writers are not giving her family a single second to breathe. As if Paulina stepping aside for Lexie wasn't heartbreaking enough, we now have to talk about Chanel Dupree DiMera. Chanel is pregnant, and the test results just came back. She has a malignant tumor in her breast. I am furious. Why are the writers torturing Chanel and Johnny like this? Chanel is facing a terrifying breast cancer diagnosis while carrying a child. She is going to have to make impossible life or death choices about her treatment and her baby. Raven Bowens is going to deliver an Emmy-worthy performance, but I hate seeing Chanel suffer this much. Jackie Harry is a legend, and seeing Paulina break down over Chanel's diagnosis is going to be gut-wrenching. Paulina has survived TR Coates. She has survived her own health scares, but watching her child face cancer while her marriage to Abe disintegrates is going to push Paulina to the absolute brink. I honestly believe the writers are pushing Paulina toward a complete emotional breakdown. She cannot handle losing Abe and potentially losing Chanel at the same time. The spoilers say Johnny DiMera is urging Chanel to look on the bright side. I get that Johnny wants to be the supportive husband, but Johnny needs a reality check. How can you look on the bright side of a malignant tumor during a high-risk pregnancy? Carson Boatman has been doing great work, but Johnny's forced optimism is probably going to push Chanel away. Plus, let's not forget that Johnny is dealing with his own massive trauma. Sophia Choi literally just held him hostage and tried to burn him alive in his own apartment on Kristen DiMera's orders. Johnny is acting like everything is fine, but he is a walking time bomb of repressed trauma. He is desperate to hold his family together, but his toxic positivity is going to backfire. This is classic sweeps month behavior from the showrunners. They are piling tragedy on top of tragedy. Paulina is losing Abe to a resurrected legacy character, and now she might lose her daughter to cancer. The emotional stakes in Salem have never been higher. I think Chanel will survive, but I am terrified that the writers might make her lose the baby to save her own life. If that happens, it will absolutely shatter Johnny and Chanel's marriage. They have fought so hard to be together, and I just want them to have one moment of peace. But this is a soap opera, and peace is boring. Finally, we have to talk about the absolute mess that is Leo Stark. Javi Hernandez is just trying to move on with his life. Javi has a new boyfriend, Gus, played by Michael Ocampo. Javi wants a quiet, drama-free reunion with Gus, but Leo Stark refuses to let Javi move on quietly. Greg Reichart is brilliant at playing the obsessive, clingy ex, but Leo is crossing the line from annoying to straight-up stalker. Leo ruined Javi's life during the... Javi has made it crystal clear that he wants nothing to do with Leo. Javi is exhausted. The poor guy just wants a normal romance after the chaotic nightmare of his past. Leo is acting like a petulant child who had his toy taken away. I honestly believe Leo is delusional. He thinks he can just wear Javi down until Javi takes him back. Leo is going to cause a massive scene and probably try to sabotage Javi's relationship with Gus. I'm so tired of Leo getting away with this toxic behavior. Someone needs to put Leo in his place, and I hope Javi completely destroys Leo's ego in front of the entire town. Leo needs to face the music just as much as EJ does. The writers need to give Javi a break and let him be happy with Gus, but we all know Leo is going to drag this out for months. So, what do you guys think? Is Lexie right to be furious with EJ, or should she just be grateful he brought her back to life? And do you think Chanel and Johnny's baby will survive this heartbreaking cancer storyline? Let me know your wild predictions down in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. See you tomorrow for more Salem shockers.